what is it like to play against the players you would play with when you were little, like now on the tour?
In particular, Omar.
Omar, yeah. Like, hey, I know you.
Yeah. I feel it's much nicer or better now, because I remember back then when we were kids, we used to be too hard on ourselves, you know? I mean, our parents as well were like too hard on us. They wanted us to win all the time, and we never enjoyed it, because it would be a nightmare if I lose, and it shouldn't feel this way. So now I know that we're good friends now, and we're doing it. It's our job, but then after it's over, we're back to being friends again. And I obviously want to win every time, because it's a natural thing. But somehow it feels different now when we go on court. We don't have this sort of negative emotions towards each other, at least. Now it's all geared towards focusing on what I want to do, you know. I remember every time I walk on court with Omar on the PSA, I'd feel, wow, we've come a long way, you know. It's so different now. But as soon as I have this thought, you know, cleared, I focus now. It's as if I'm playing anyone else on tour.
It's like a feeling of accomplishment, but you also have to just try to, you always continue to move on to the next.
Exactly.
On to the next goal. Yeah. What is your favorite tournament?
That's a tricky one.
Yeah, it's a tough question.
It is a tough one, because I can't name one tournament that I can call it my favorite.
But I have favorite tournaments.
Yeah, I have favorite tournaments for sure. I like playing in Switzerland, in Zurich, in Sweden. They're like both amazing venues with amazing crowds. There's a tournament in London, Canary Wharf.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it has great crowd. I mean, from the very first day, the tickets are sold out, you know. In Egypt, we have two events. I mean, one of them, unfortunately, is no longer being held by the pyramids. It's a great view. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I see pictures of that. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, we have the one in Al Guna as well. I mean, the court is outdoors, so the conditions are a bit challenging with the wind and all, but just for everyone to watch, for the spectators to be at such, you know, exquisite location is just amazing. So I could name 7 at least tournaments, and the one in New York as well. It's unbelievable.
Tournament champions?
Yeah, unbelievable, you know. There are so many great venues, so I mean, I pretty much love all the tournaments. No, but the ones I mentioned are like, they're really my favorites.
So in those type of tournaments, I know you mentioned the common theme of like the crowd as being a great part of it.
Yes.
Does the crowd, when you're playing well and you can sense the crowd behind you, does that really help you motivate yourself to continue to keep going?
Absolutely, yes. I can feel it. I can especially feel it in Egypt when I play, because I definitely get the support of the Egyptian people if I'm playing a foreign player. So it gives you a huge boost, a massive boost, you know. And I sort of missed it, because I haven't been able. I mean, I haven't had the chance to play in Egypt for a long time, and as soon as I started playing, I remember last year I was at the World Champs, and I was playing Gautier in the quarterfinals, and the people just kept, you know, backing me up. You know, I was fighting and fighting. I ended up losing eventually, but it was a close match, and I knew without people's, you know, support, it could have been over a bit sooner than it was. So yeah, it's absolutely crucial for a player to get the support from the crowd. Cool. But then again, we've been blessed to be playing in tournaments abroad where the crowd is knowledgeable enough to you know, cheer, like to applaud the good, you know, the good shot. Right. Even like if I'm in England, for instance, or anywhere, and I'm playing an English guy. Yeah.
Or they would champions even for that.
Exactly. I mean, the people are like supportive of the good play, you know, the good shot. So you kind of get the feeling that you're having some sort of support as well. So it's nice in that sort of in that aspect. I mean, I can't imagine if squash was like football and be booed, you know, playing. It would be really tough. I can't imagine how that works, you know, for football players. So.
Yeah, that would be anytime you hit the tin, that'd be
I know.
That'd be bad. So your wife, Raheem, is also on the PSA tour.
Okay.
In 2000, yes, as you know.
Yeah, I know.
In 2012, you both won the Malaysian Open. What was that feeling like?
Yeah, that was a really good day, because not only did we win on the same day, but we had impressive wins. Raneem beat Nicole David for the first time in her life, and Nicole was like the world champion,
for like
the world
forever.
number one for like forever. So to beat Nicole in Malaysia is something. It was an unbelievable achievement. I couldn't believe it actually. I was watching because I was up next, so I was warming up and watching, and I couldn't believe what was happening.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it may have given me, some courage or extra, motivation to do well. And I was playing Shobagi. It ended up to
That's
be
not easy.
it was a crazy match. It was 3-2, 14-12 in the fifth, and the amount of game balls that I saved on that day was ridiculous. I should have lost all 5 games. On paper, I was like 10-6 down in the first, and I won it. I lost the second. 10-6 down in the third, and I won it. Lost the fourth, and 10-8. I think 10-8 down in the fifth.
10-6.
No, not 10-6 again, but it was. He had match points in that fifth, and in the tiebreak as well, he had like 12-11 match point. It was crazy, but it sort of seemed like it was meant to be. The two of us win on the same day. So it was the biggest title of my career as well. Wow. So it was a great day.
When you find yourself down like that in a situation like 10-6 or 10-8 or regardless, what do you do to like mentally reset and say, okay, I'm just going to focus on this point and it doesn't matter what the score is?
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Yeah, I remember the biggest comeback I did was 10-3, 10-3 down, and really I didn't care at all about losing the game. I just wanted to get into it. I mean, 10-3 is obviously a big lead, and on top of that, you'd be entering the next game. If you lose it right away, you'll be entering the next game not seeing yourself playing at your best, not into the mood, not into anything. So all I wanted to do is just win a few points, just to get into it, so that the next game when I play, now my head is there, my plan is there. I can, sort of feel the court a bit. And somehow I kept forgetting about the score until it was 8-10. And I was like, okay, 8-10, now it's on the cards, Right. And that's when it gets dangerous, because when you think about it, you become edgy, you know, and you might make a mistake.
You try to end the rally, protect
Things don't flow naturally anymore. Right. So that's when you have to really focus hard to ignore the score again and keep doing what you were doing, I think I was lucky on that day to get the 2 extra points, because my opponent got a bit nervous, obviously, from this comeback, and I ended up winning the game, and it helped me throughout the whole match, because he couldn't believe that he lost,
such a big lead.
Such a big lead, yeah. So yeah, that's probably the best tactic, and I've done it a few times. And obviously I must have lost as well the same. I mean, I must have had good leads and lost as well. It goes both ways. But every time I had a good comeback, it was the same strategy applied. It was just forgetting about the score and just winning points, trying to stay on court as long as I can.
And just getting yourself into it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Even if you have nothing to lose, you just have to forget about the score. It's just this point now. I'm gonna play at the best of my ability and see how it goes. It's not going to work out every time, of course.
Sure,
but it can work out. Every few times you're going to get a good comeback.